it's not uncommon right now to find somebody who has paid maybe $60,000 or $65,000 for a very high-end pickup truck. Well, even the average pickup truck now is going to be crossing over that $50,000 barrier.
Listen up. What I'm about to tell you could save you $10,000 or more on your next truck purchase. I'm not exaggerating, and this isn't clickbait. The automotive market has shifted dramatically, and for the first time in years, the power is back in your hands. That $10,000 discount isn't a fantasy anymore. It's a dealer's emergency eject button. Today, I'm going to show you the exact trucks and the exact words to say to get it. For the past few years, dealers had us over a barrel. Limited inventory, no discounts, and markups that made buying a new truck feel like highway robbery. But the tables have turned. Dealer lots are overflowing, interest rates are squeezing sales, and that dream truck you thought was out of reach, it's suddenly within grasp. I've spent decades in the automotive industry, and I haven't seen a buyer's market this strong since 2008. This is a once-in-a-decade opportunity to score the deal of a lifetime, but it won't last forever. Economic cycles shift, and this window of opportunity will close. So if you're in the market for a new truck or even thinking about it, don't click away. The next 15 minutes could put thousands of dollars back in your pocket. This isn't theory or speculation. I'll show you real examples, real numbers, and the exact step-by-step negotiation blueprint that's working right now. 1. Why dealers are desperate. The leverage points. To negotiate effectively, you need to understand what's happening behind the scenes at dealerships right now. The current market situation has created a perfect storm that gives buyers unprecedented leverage, if you know how to use it. Let me introduce you to a concept called flooring costs. Every vehicle on a dealer's lot isn't paid for. The dealership is essentially borrowing money from banks to keep that inventory, and they're paying interest on those loans every single day. With interest rates where they are now, dealers are bleeding money on every truck that sits unsold. Here's the shocking reality. Total new inventory is currently at 84 days supply, up from 78 days last year. That means the average dealer has nearly 3 months' worth of vehicles sitting on their lot. For some truck models, that number is even higher, over 200 days for certain heavy-duty pickups. Every day that truck sits on their lot, they're paying rising interest on that loan. A $60,000 truck costs a dealer approximately $10 to $12 per day in flooring costs. That's $300 to $360 per month per vehicle. Multiply that by hundreds of vehicles, and you can see why dealers are feeling the pressure. But it gets worse for them and better for you. Inventory levels are up 18.6% year over year. The lots are full of unsold 2025 models, and 2026 models are already starting to arrive. Dealers need the space and the cash flow, creating a desperation we haven't seen in years. This isn't speculation or wishful thinking. I've spoken with dealer friends across the country, and they're all saying the same thing. We need to move metal. Their bonus structures, their profitability, and in some cases their very survival depends on clearing out this backlog of inventory. This creates an unprecedented opportunity for truck buyers who know how to leverage this situation. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today: which trucks to target and exactly how to approach the negotiation to maximize your savings. But first, let's talk about which trucks offer the biggest potential discounts right now. 2. The best targets for a $10,000 plus discount. Not all trucks are created equal when it comes to potential discounts. The best targets are high MSRP, high-volume models with growing inventory days supply. Let's break down the top 6 trucks where you can realistically save $10,000 or more right now. 1. Chevrolet Silverado, $1,500. The Silverado is absolutely ripe for massive discounts right now. Chevy is offering 0% APR for 36 months for well-qualified buyers, or up to $4,000 customer cash on select trims. But that's just the manufacturer incentive, the starting point of your negotiation. What dealers aren't advertising is that they're willing to go much deeper on dealer discounts for these trucks. I've seen multiple cases of dealers knocking $6,000 to $8,000 off MSRP before any factory incentives are applied. The key with Silverados is to aggressively stack the current cash rebates with a strong dealer discount off MSRP. Target the mid to high trim models like the LT or RST with popular packages. These have the most margin built in, giving dealers more room to discount while still making some profit. One buyer in Ohio recently showed me his purchase agreement: $12,800 total discount on a Silverado High Country that had been sitting on the lot for 95 days. The dealer was motivated, The buyer was prepared, and the result was a win-win deal that would have been unthinkable just a year ago. 2. Ram 1500. Ram is fighting hard for market share right now, and it shows in their aggressive incentives. They're currently offering 0% APR for 72 months, or up to $5,000 cash allowance on select trims. What makes Ram particularly interesting is that they have the longest-term 0% financing in the segment. Use this to your advantage. That 72-month 0% offer represents significant value that you can leverage to push down the initial purchase price even further. Ram heavy-duty trucks, 2,500 to 3,500, are showing even higher inventory levels and more potential for discounts. With a current days supply exceeding 233 days for certain 2,500 models, these trucks have become discount gold mines. I recently spoke with a buyer in Texas who combined the $5,000 factory rebate with a $7,200 dealer discount on a Ram 1500 Laramie. Total savings? $12,200 off MSRP. And this wasn't an isolated incident. Similar deals are happening across the country for buyers who know what to ask for. 3. Ford F-150 XLT/Lariat trims. The F-150 remains America's best-selling truck, but even Ford isn't immune to the current market conditions. Current incentives include 2.9% for 60 months, plus up to $3,000. Bonus cash on XLT hybrid models. The sweet spot for F-150 discounts is on 2025 model year clearance. Dealers want them gone before more 2026 models arrive, creating a perfect discount opportunity. I'm seeing dealer discounts of $5,000 to $7,000 off the sticker price before any incentives are even applied. The XLT and Lariat trims offer the best value proposition right now. They have enough premium features to satisfy most buyers while having more built-in margin than the base models, giving dealers more room to discount. A friend in Michigan just purchased an F-150 Lariat that had been sitting on the lot for 110 days. Final discount: $11,450 off MSRP after combining factory incentives and dealer discounts. The key was identifying a truck that had been lingering on the lot and leveraging that knowledge in the negotiation. 4. Toyota Tundra. Toyota has traditionally maintained stronger pricing power than domestic trucks, but even they are feeling the pressure of the current market. They're currently offering 0.9% APR for 72 months, which is an excellent subvented rate for Toyota. What's changed dramatically is Toyota's inventory situation. While Tundras used to sell fast, their days supply has increased significantly. This creates leverage you can use in negotiations. The key with Toyota is to focus on models that have been sitting on the lot longer than average, typically over 120 days. These units have become pain points for dealers, especially as new inventory continues to arrive. A buyer in California recently secured a $9,800 discount on a Tundra Limited that had been sitting on the lot for 145 days. The dealer initially balked at the offer, but eventually conceded rather than watch the truck sit through another month of flooring costs. 5. GMC Sierra 1500. The GMC Sierra offers some of the most luxurious truck options in the market, and with that comes higher MSRPs and more room for negotiation. Currently, GMC is offering 0% APR financing on 2026 models, Elevation Crew Cab, and also on remaining 2025 models. The strategy with Sierra is to look for heavily optioned units. The more options added, the more room there is for a huge dollar discount. A Sierra Denali Ultimate can easily sticker for over $80,000, and dealers have significant margin built into these high-end trims. I've documented cases of buyers saving $13,000 to $15,000 on high-end Sierras by using the negotiation techniques I'll share later in this video. The key is understanding that these premium trucks often have $10,000 plus in potential dealer profit built in, money that can be negotiated away in the current market environment. 6. Ram 2500. If you need a heavy-duty truck, the Ram 2500 represents perhaps the single best opportunity for massive savings right now. With a staggering 233 days supply, meaning they have nearly 8 months of inventory sitting on lots, these trucks have become one of the slowest-selling vehicles on the market. This creates an unprecedented opportunity to negotiate deep discounts. Target aged inventory. Trucks that have been sitting for 90, 120, or even 180 plus days. Use the over 230-day supply statistic to justify a 15 to 20% discount off MSRP, knowing the dealer is bleeding money on flooring costs. A construction company owner I consulted with recently purchased 3 Ram 2500 Tradesman models for his business, negotiating an average discount of $13,200 per truck. The dealer was desperate to move these units that had been depreciating on their lot for months, and the buyer had the leverage to name his price. Now that you know which trucks to target, let's talk about exactly how to approach the negotiation to maximize your savings. 3. The negotiation blueprint. How to actually get the deal. Having the right information is only half the battle. The other half is knowing exactly how to use it in negotiations. Here's my step-by-step blueprint for securing that $10,000 plus discount. Step 1. Identify your target. The first and most crucial step is finding the right truck to negotiate on. Not all inventory is created equal, and some trucks are much more likely to receive massive discounts than others. Look for trucks that have been on the lot for over 60 days. The longer, the better. How can you tell? Several methods. Use online tools like Cars.com, if it has the filter, to sort by oldest inventory first. Many dealer websites also allow you to sort by arrival date. Check the window sticker or build date on the vehicle. Older build dates often indicate aged inventory. Simply ask the dealer for the in-service date or how long the truck has been on their lot. They might be reluctant to share this information, but a straightforward question often gets a straightforward answer. Once you've identified a truck that's been sitting, use this exact script. I like this F-150. I see it's been on your lot for 85 days. I'm willing to give you a cash sale to clear up your flooring costs today. Here's my offer. This approach does 2 critical things. It shows you're knowledgeable about dealer operations, mentioning flooring costs, and it positions your offer as a solution to their problem rather than just a lowball bid. Step 2. Know the incentives before you walk in. Never walk into a dealership without knowing every available incentive on your target vehicle. This information is your baseline, the starting point of negotiation, not the end point. Visit the manufacturer's website and go to their Offers or Incentives section. Make note of every available offer, including customer cash, bonus cash, trade-in assistance, and financing offers. Then use resources like Edmunds.com, KBB.com, or TrueCar to see if there are any unadvertised incentives, sometimes called dealer cash, that might not be prominently displayed. Start your negotiation with the manufacturer rebates and incentives already applied. Tell the dealer, I'm factoring in the $3,000 retail cash and the $2,000 trade assist. I need another $5,000 in dealer discount to make this deal work. This approach sets the expectation that factory incentives are a given and your negotiation is focused on the additional dealer discount. Step 3. Leverage competition ruthlessly. In today's connected world, you don't need to physically visit multiple dealerships to create competition. Use email and phone to your advantage. Email multiple dealerships. I recommend contacting at least 5 to 7 within a 500-mile radius with the exact year, make, model, and trim you're looking for. Ask for their best out-the-door price, which includes all taxes and fees. Focus on high-volume dealers, especially those known for discounting. For Ford, dealers like Mullinex Ford advertise a no-dealer fee policy and are often willing to offer aggressive pricing to maintain their high-volume status. Once you have several quotes, use them as leverage. Dealer X 300 miles away gave me an OTD of XXXXX dollars on the exact same truck. Can you beat that number today? Be prepared to show the competing offer. Having it in writing gives you tremendous leverage and often results in the local dealer matching or beating the offer rather than losing the sale. Step 4. Timing is everything. The when of your purchase is almost as important as the how. Timing your purchase strategically can add thousands to your discount. Go in person on a weekday towards the end of the month, e.g. the 26th or 27th. Dealers are desperate to hit monthly sales quotas, and those last few days can make or break their bonus structures. End of quarter. March, June, September, December is even better, as manufacturers often have additional dealer incentives tied to quarterly performance. Late afternoon on a weekday is often ideal. The dealership is typically quieter, and salespeople have more time to work your deal. They're also more motivated as the day winds down. Use this timing leverage explicitly in your negotiation. I know it's the 27th and you're probably looking to hit your monthly numbers. I'm ready to buy today if we can reach the right figure. Step 5. The walk-away power move. The most powerful negotiating tool you have is your willingness to walk away. This isn't a bluff. You must be genuinely prepared to leave if the deal isn't right. Set your maximum price in advance and stick to it. If the dealer won't meet your target, thank them for their time and leave your contact information. Use this exact line as you leave. Call me before 5 p.m. on the 30th if you change your mind. That's when I'm buying a truck, either from you or from one of the other dealers I've been speaking with. This creates urgency and a specific deadline. I've seen countless cases where the dealer calls back within 24 hours with a suddenly approved offer that meets the buyer's target. 4. Real-world examples and advanced tactics. Let me share a few real-world examples that illustrate just how effective these strategies can be in today's market. Case Study 1. The $15,000 Sierra Denali discount. A retired couple in Florida was looking for a fully loaded Sierra Denali. The truck had an MSRP of $78,455 and had been sitting on the lot for 97 days. They applied the exact strategy I outlined, identified the aged inventory, researched all available incentives, $3,500 customer cash, contacted 7 dealerships for competing offers, visited at month end, the 28th, were prepared to walk away. Their initial offer was $63,000 out the door, approximately $15,000 below MSRP before tax. The dealer initially countered at $69,000, claiming they couldn't possibly go lower. The couple thanked them, left their phone number, and walked out. The next morning, they received a call accepting their offer. Total savings: $15,455 off MSRP, or nearly 20%. Case Study 2. The Ram Heavy Duty Fleet Purchase. A small business owner needed 3 Ram 2500 trucks for his contracting company. Rather than negotiating them individually, he approached the dealer about a mini fleet purchase. He identified 3 Ram 2500 that had been on the lot for over 150 days and made a single offer for all 3 at $13,000 below MSRP per truck. The key move: he brought financing pre-approval from his business bank, removing the dealer's opportunity to make money on the loan. He also made it clear he was speaking with 2 other Ram dealers about the same purchase. Result: $13,200 average discount per truck, plus the dealer threw in spray and bedliners and running boards at no additional cost to secure the multiple unit sale. Advanced Tactic 1. The Factory Order Leverage. While this video focuses on in-stock inventory, there's an advanced strategy for those willing to wait: the factory order leverage play. Approach dealers about ordering a truck built to your exact specifications, but with this twist: tell them you're factory ordering with multiple dealers and will give your business to whoever offers the best discount off MSRP. Since factory orders don't count against their inventory or incur flooring costs, some dealers are willing to sell at much slimmer margins, sometimes as low as 3 to 5% over invoice rather than the typical 10 to 15%. I've seen buyers save $8,000 to $12,000 on high-end trucks using this approach, though it requires patience as factory orders can take 8 to 12 weeks or longer. Advanced Tactic 2. The End-of-Year Tax Deduction. For business owners, there's a powerful year-end strategy that combines our negotiation blueprint with valuable tax deductions. Section 179 of the tax code allows businesses to deduct the full purchase price of qualifying equipment, including trucks over 6,000 pounds GVWR used for business, in the year it's placed in service rather than depreciating it over several years. This creates an opportunity for extraordinary leverage in November and December. Dealers know business owners are motivated to make purchases before year-end for tax purposes, but they don't know you're also aware of their month-end and year-end sales pressures. Combine these factors by shopping in mid-December and mentioning both your Section 179 plans and your awareness of their year-end goals. I've seen business owners secure discounts of $15,000 plus on high-end heavy-duty trucks using this dual leverage approach. Let's put everything we've covered into perspective. The current automotive market represents a perfect storm of factors, creating perhaps the strongest buyer's market we've seen in over a decade. Inventory levels are at multi-year highs, 84 days supply. Interest rates have squeezed demand, especially for high-ticket purchases. Manufacturer incentives are increasing monthly. Dealer flooring costs are creating urgency to sell aging inventory. 2026 models are arriving, putting additional pressure to clear 2025 inventory. This situation is temporary. Economic cycles shift. Production adjusts to demand and eventually the market will rebalance. But right now, the pendulum has swung dramatically in favor of the buyer. The $10,000 discount I promised at the beginning of this video isn't just possible. It's happening every day for buyers who understand this market and apply the strategies I've outlined. But there's a catch. You must act decisively and be prepared. The dealers are feeling the pressure, but they're still professional negotiators who do this every day. Your advantage comes from information, preparation, and willingness to walk away if needed. The window of opportunity is open right now, but it won't stay open forever. As inventory levels normalize and manufacturers adjust production to demand, the leverage will shift again. This isn't fear-mongering, it's the reality of market cycles.